Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hello nameless, welcome in. Be Athena in my Apollo till I justice. Blue Parrot. Aprecio la puntualidad y todo eso, pero what the fuck. Thank you for being here, Blue Parrot. How are you doing, my friend? Tark, hello Empirical Woodland. Did you see the news? No, what news? The fact that there is no selection? I have seen those. Oh, Spike's Family Season 3 confirmed, nice. Didn't know that. And I think season 2 was the first thing that I have ever watched at the beginning of the year. Man, season 3 already. I still haven't watched the movie. I don't know what's up with me and anime movies, we just don't coexist well together. Little framework, Mark. You feel 19 white rose petals flutter around as you hear the word white rose being spoken. La Yaya... Mira lo que grande. Qué puntual. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo andamos? I'm eating pancakes, Emmy. Ooh, pancakes. Dios mío. What did you have for lunch, chat? Did you have something tasty? Yo, I had soup and some nice croquettes. So he tenido un poco de sopa y croquetes. Así que una comida buena, yo diría. Me neither. I still need to watch the movie and the rest of season 2. Man, I watched like season 2 and it was like it went by very fast. It's clearly it doesn't slow down as much as season 1 does, because there's like the latter half of season 1 is quite slow in my opinion. I have pancakes for lunch, nice. Y no invita, te he invitado, perdona. ¿Cómo que llevas tiempo sin insultar a su base, Mark? Que te pego. ¿Vos querés que me ponga violento? Okay, let me put the chat on my phone and we'll begin the game. Hi. Happy Sunday, by the way. I hope that you all had a nice Sunday. And yeah. Today we had to go voting for the European elections. That was a thing. I'm up to date on the English release of the manga though, so I have that going for me. Yeah, you are far more ahead than I am. I am stuck at like chapter 80, I think, or so. But yeah, have you? Yeah, sí. I went to vote. I went to cast my vote earlier in the morning. He ido antes por la mañana. Y porque si no, no estaría aquí ahora mismo. If I still had to vote, I wouldn't be here streaming. Like I would go vote and then I would come back and stream. But yeah, I have already voted, and now it's time for Apollo Justice. El Justicias, as they say in Spanish. Un momento. Broken Moon, I love you so much, but like, still. If only I could vote, yeah. Because the UK is no longer in the European Parliament. Yeah. Bueno, once the game loads, we will be able to start playing. I couldn't even vote when it was in. Right. Let's go. The Cosmic Turnabout. Ho ho ho. Trial Day 1. Day 1. We've never been in the EU. Ah, I see. I didn't ask for the mail vote because I thought the elections wouldn't be that important. Regret. No, Blue Parrot. No. How could you? How could you? No, we're back here. The courtroom bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law. Mr. Wright brought it to a resolution of sorts. Dead Donate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think that there's a darker influence at work. One that is lurking in the shadows, waiting. That's why I wanted to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. Damn. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. Episode 4, The Cosmic Turnabout. So this is the trial before the bombing started, like right before. Right. Oh god, space! They weren't messing around with the title. Finally, my physics degrees.
Please begin your final equipment check.
Check complete. Everything's A-okay.
Apollo.
We're ready here whenever you are.
Come in at 2. Come in. Do you copy?
Well, I don't think my physics degree is going to come in handy here. We've done everything on Earth. It's time to go to the only place untainted by capitalism. Space! Kill the designer of that building, yes. Kill them with hammers. December 16th, 9:12 AM. District Court. Defendant lobby number 5. Time for another trial to begin. But this one is different. I'm sorry to bother you, but... Oh, yeah, you are back here again. Are you right, Apollo? How many crimes? Okay. So, this poor girl has been like accused of as many crimes as Maya in the original trilogy in one singular game. There's one imposter among us. We don't know that physics isn't the cause yet. Yeah, this poor girl. Juniper Woods has been accused more times than Maya in the original trilogy at this point. Also, who are you? I don't want to see just yet. Are you alright, Apollo? Ack, was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my Courts of Steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go. Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you will be just fine. Huh? Just fine. Probably negligence, yeah. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden. Bread. Is this a lotus root? That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. Even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and... Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now. Apollo, no, that's... Oh my! Crunch. Kinda tough, though. Mejor se tendrá que llamar Juniper Woods Ace Attorney. Literally. The temperature was outside the safety range of the launch, and they decided to launch still, yeah. Hehe, you can't eat it raw. But, thank you for the enthusiastic try. Girl, you have been simping for Apollo for like 4 cases already. Who is more suspicious, Juniper Woods or Larry Batts? Now, Larry Batts isn't suspicious, he's a weirdo. After the first trial day, the witness whistleblower from the agency with suicide himself, what the hell? With a bullet from the back, Blue Parrot, what the hell? Whoops. If she didn't think me weird before, she will now. Gotta calm down. Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late. Hi, Tina. Jenny, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You slay little thing, you. Ha ha ha. Athena, do not encourage her. Tina, stop. Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start any second. Is everything all set? Nah, they're working for NASA, not Boeing. Oh, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out? Figure out what? Wow. That was the longest sigh I've ever heard. This is it. It's all over for me. They're gonna find me guilty, man. Why are you in your spacesuit at court? Isn't that like way too heavy and way too hot to wear around? Gyaxa, yes. I like him. Yeah, he's like... He reminds me of that Persona 3 character, like the face and the hair. Well, not the red part, but like the other part of the head. Junpei? He reminds me of Junpei a little bit. Yeah, Junpei. Yep. This is your client, one Mr. Solomon Sol Starbuck. Solomon? Oh no. Starbuck, of course. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. He's what? You won't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. Apollo, is this your friend? Is this your childhood friend? It's a little team beard, yeah. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. Okay, so he's not your friend, he's just an acquaintance, alright. We'd ask about space travel and he would launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Thanks, but... I was supposed to be in space right about now. Starbucks, yep. Also, they could have made Larry into the astronaut. I don't think Larry has the qualifications. Hello, Mars. Welcome in. How are you doing? He's so depressed, it almost seems like an act. The launch getting cancelled off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. Don't say that. Don't stop believing. I have to work in the background. Scream at me if my husband appears. Okay, Nameless. Chambea duro. Animo. Good luck working in the background, Nameless. We will yell if your husband appears. Don't worry. Apollo. Sorry, sir. You're one of my heroes, but I can't represent you in court. You see, I'm boycotting... No. Blue Parrot, no. Besides, you just have to go into space again. Yeah, because that is so easy. Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I just rotted away in a cell. Clay Terran. I can't believe he was murdered. Oh, pretty boy. Clay Terran, the victim in this case. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut under your command. Did the victim die yet? Well, I mean, if we are in court, then probably yeah. That hairstyle reminds me of Sora from Kingdom Hearts a lot. Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. You hydrate now, thank you, Mars. Clay is gone, and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now. Nope. No. No. Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. Hickey, headshot. What is it? What's with the yelling? I'll get to the bottom of this today. You will see. Madre mía, sin foguear referencias en Dual Destinies. No me lo esperaba. A shooting star on his way to Mars? Exactly. In exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence? Oh, well, about that. Hibiki momento, literal. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I would have liked, thanks to the police. I'm done for. I'm my governor. No. Everybody thinks I did it. Though I was gonna soar like a comet. Thought I was gonna soar like a comet. And it's gonna crash like a meteorite. Meteorites burning, disappearing, falling, and then... Mr. Starbuck, what do you say to the charge that you are a Cylon? Cylon? No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck. Don't count yourself out yet. I know it's hard to lose a teammate, especially a crewmate, but you have got to keep going. We are going to find that sassy imposter for you. And what about you, Apollo? What about me? I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend? Oh no. No. We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go? Apollo. The trial is about to begin. If the defense would please proceed into the courtroom. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is one trial. I can't afford to lose. Clay was his best friend. Yeah, now it's Clavier who is his best friend. They could never make me hate you, Apollo. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. They were quote-unquote roommates. Clay was his gay awakening. Oh, begone! Begone. Expulsar. Begone, bot. Let's be for real, yep. December 16, 9:55 AM. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Solving crimes by moonlight, winning cases by daylight, always running from fair fights, they're the one named Mars. Let's see, my judge boys. Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Apollo? Apollo, I thought the bandages were like... I thought the bandages were from the explosion. Why do you already have them? ¿Dónde están esos comandos? No lo sé. They were those two straight dudes in middle and high school, always acting like the gayest motherfuckers. Exactly. Let's see. Excuse me, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor? What happened to your eye? I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hibiki momento. God damn, Apollo, you look fine as fuck like that. Hay que estar preparado. Apollo. You're not doing fine. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready. I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just his tie. I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Ties are like very bad. I had a couple of them last year. They were horrible. Voiceover. He was, in fact, not fine. The bandage is unconnected to the case. It was an accident with Clavier. No! Maybe he's entering a touchy age. Your Honor, he's 23, he's 24. I think he's 24. No, we cannot see it. Damn it. 23, if he's the same age as Clay then. Very well, and the prosecution? Nameless. Nameless Dingle Jungle. Jingle Jungle! Nameless! Nameless Jingle Jungle! He tripped into his cactus. Yep. Apollo saw the future with Juniper. And know that he was going to get hit in the eye. Nameless, Black Will, woof woof woof, Arf, guapo guapo, gorgeous, beautiful. Your husband is here, Nameless, Jingle Jungle. The prosecution appears to be as ready as well.
Silence.
Ooh. Wait, Phoenix is only 34? Yes? Yes, he is. He's 34. And Truth is only 16. How many extensions do you think Black Quill has? Not enough. Yeah, that is not natural hair. Kiss me, says Nameless. There he is. Hola, Isan. ¿Cómo andamos? Trucy... ¿Quién es el de la gorra? El de la gorra es el amigo muerto de Apolo. Es la víctima del caso. Es el amigo de la infancia de Apolo. Es un poco Sora Kingdom Hearts. He looks a little bit like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Por supuesto que me gusta el muerto. Of course you like the dead one, Nameless. And black-haired. Of course. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Ooh. Ooh. Poor Clay. He reminds me of Kaito Momota. No clue who that is. Huh? Man, we're starting strong today. The prosecution is now ready. Well, it didn't take him long this time. What is up with Black Quill? No then. I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
What is up with you, Black Quill? I'll do it. Qué guapo el Clay, por Dios. Black Quill no mires. Dios mío. Ya está. You're already cheating on your husband, Nameless. Madre mía. Ya está poniendo los cuernos a Black Quill. I'll do it. You will? What an unexpected surprise. This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. I see. Listen. Hear me out. Nope. No, you are married. Nameless. An open marriage. El tema de amigo del Clay, ¿te imaginas? ¿Os imagináis un triángulo amoroso de la ultratumba? When is Maya and her spirit powers when you need her? Something is off with the two of you today. You both seem different somehow. Anyway, Prosecutor Black Quill, your opening statement, if you would. It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. That famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right? No, it's astronomy. Astronomy. It's astronomy.
Hey, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes.
Hey, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. Kate, gracias por la raid. Thank you for the raid. Golita. Un shoutout. Te debo hacer un shoutout. I'm going to do the shoutout for you, Kate. Caitlin. There we go. Everyone go follow Kate. Go follow Kate. Jelly-O. Hello, Victor. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo andamos? He's so pretty. Oh my god. ¿Cómo estás, Kate? ¿Cómo te encuentras? Bueno. Anyways, the judge may be stupid, but he's also an empath. Yeah, I am also an empath. I can feel when my enemies die. Aquí andamos, me hice nuevo overlay. Yo quiero ver esto. I want to see that new overlay. Anyway, a rocket was about to launch, but at 9:28 AM, before they could even move the rocket to the launch site. Kaboom! The judge may be stupid, useless, old, kinda ugly, bald, but at least he's fun. At least he's fun and he's quirky and he has a sense of justice. You know? Ay. Water. Everyone in chat, remember to drink some water.
Hey, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes.
El mapache aprendió de Raccoon Learned. Now I have to do a shoutout. Go follow nameless. No, no me deja. Todo mal. Anyways, go follow nameless. Everyone. Xavier also has justice. Yep, exactly. 2 explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled. My word! 2 bombs? How deathful. The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in. Solomon Starbuck? I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut? Correct, your boldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the HAT-1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend. Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right? The HAT-1 miracle. Mankind's hope for the future. I've got to make it back alive. A moving and thrilling documentary in 3D, of course. Come along on a captivating space odyssey that will take your breath away. Interesting. Bueno, ahora sí me vuelvo al chambeo. Grítame si es mi novio Clay. Pero está muerto. Nameless. Nameless, your new boyfriend Clay is dead. Everyone should have a piece of justice, but only if you're a man, cause he's a little monkey. Yep. Ah, they even turned that incident into a movie and everything. We've got a real space pioneer in court today. But even heroes stumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand. Ah, yes. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran. He's subordinate of the defendant. Clay Terran. As in, Clay, Earth. Bueno. Indeed. A loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor. Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing? Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so, he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we mortals cannot see. Clay. I think I've heard enough. This case seems pretty clear and cut at this point. However, there is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand. What purpose does it serve exactly? Since you ask so nicely, it's your coffin. Oh! Have mercy on me! Yes. It's evidence. Okay, that actually caught me off guard. Oh my god, he has a mullet. Clay. I have a mullet too. Oh, mullet buddies. Mullet and red hair. He's like Lirim. For real, for real. His name in Japanese is Aoi, which is blue, so I don't know which one is better. Oh my god, the bomb. From the first trial, yep. Due to its immense size, we have little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time. Ew, I feel like I just lost 50 years of my life. Does he even have 50 years left? Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue. Inner monologue. Inner voice, Athena. Inner voice. Enough jabbering. Bobby Fulbright's the name. Injustice with Rust. Oh, Detective Fulbright. Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court, if you would. On it! First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. In it, you will find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Injustice with Rust. Now get... No! Mars. You never get away from there before they accuse you of murder again. Yep. Can someone bonk Mars, please? Thank you. Oh, here we are. For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building, take a look at this cross-section that we, the police, have created. Upper level, middle level, elevator, lower level. Nice. Right. There's a shelter as well. Interesting.
See the launch pad in the main building?
The launch pad is the square building, and the rounded structure is the main building, correct?
You got it. The incident took place in Launchpad 1, in the main building's lounge.
Launchpad 1. Alright. And the lounge.
I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It will make it easier to understand.
Space Center diagram added to the court record. Right. Mars va con las hormonas a tope, literal. Bong Thalk for not letting me express myself. On it, boss. Thank you, Leia. Details of the case. Cause of death, stabbing. The victim was discovered in the third floor boarding lounge in the main building. No! Nameless. Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle. Nameless. Clay. You can see him better in this picture. So there's like one glove missing and there's like something there to the right. Nameless, get your ass in here. Interesting. Red did it, yep. I saw him bend. He's the sassy imposter. Dead, but yes, a little bit better.
Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom, boom.
Jingle Jangle as in it's a dead body, yep.
On the second floor of the Space Center's main building, and one in Launchpad number 1. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death.
A murder on top of a bombing? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct?
Yup. Thinking he had sabotaged the bombing, the defendant killed him right there in the rocket. Let's look at this tragic photo.
Ben? You know what I will bend? It's a blonde guy named Christoph Guy. Yep, we know. Oh my! Is that a knife in the victim's chest?
Yes, Your Honor. It's the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get any fingerprints off of it, though, because the defendant was in his spacesuit.
Utility knife added to the court record. No, that's the wrong voice. By the way, detective, alright. Why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in the photograph?
We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his glove during the investigation.
I see.
We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
Oh, yes. It will be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Oh, there's just one more thing I would like to inquire about. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo?
Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples.
Ooh.
While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case.
Oh, I see. So, you know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in Launchpad 1 located?
Huh, that one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the Launchpad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram report into the record.
Right, the explosion sparked the fire on the second floor of the main building and the middle level of the Launchpad near the elevator. The trials just started and we're already in a bind. You get used to it. Besides, that's what the cross-examination is for, right? What the 2 astronauts were doing during the bombing, that will be the key. Imagine being friends with someone for years and then having a picture of his dead body and having to defend the possible murderer in court. I couldn't do it, crying. Why would they take the picture after doing that? I don't know. I love you, Clay. Apollo, my boy, you're so strong for doing this. Don't worry, I will set you up with Clavius for therapy and cuddles later. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom, boom. How powerful were the explosions?
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. but the room it went off in was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. You will let part, of course, stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright?
Haha, I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice. I'll be there whenever and whenever people need my help. I would go to the other side of the world, or even the edge of the universe.
I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. I'm not sure you know, Apollo, that we don't actually know if there's an edge to the universe. But I guess I'll leave that one alone.
Admirable decision, Justice Dono. Oh, what did he decide?
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at the time?
The bomb cut the power to the central bank of elevators and the third floor lounge.
Right.
It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup.
Boom boom, says he did it. I mean, I saw Fulbright vent. Can you imagine? Fulbright was venting. And how did the evacuation go?
I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter.
The basement shelter.
Yes, there's an
I cannot speak.
Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center.
An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter.
But you just said that the elevator was not working. I mean, maybe there were like emergency stairs now that I think about it, but you know. The bombs went off despite tight security. Police officers and raid police who had been standing by gave the evacuation instructions. The power outage and evacuation seems unrelated to the murder at this point. Right. And yeah, the security system switched over as well. The emergency power. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So, there were 2 explosions in total, correct? Anyway, school ended. Let's go.
Yup, that's right.
One on the second floor, and one in Launchpad 1.
Hold it!
Apollo is sleepy. I'm sorry, chat. Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives?
Huh, what are you talking about?
If the defendant really did plant the bomb on his own rocket, he would get caught in the explosion as well. Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive. Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia.
Oh, okay. Astrophobia? What is that? I mean, it's in the name.
The fear of space, naturally. Because the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
I mean, he could have just said no, you know? Yeah, that's absurd.
Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at this.
What are they? Let's take ibuprofen together. Chat, let's take ibuprofen together. I accidentally read ejaculation instead of evacuation. No. Let me get this straight, brother. Not even you are straight. What the fuck do you wanna get straight?
These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possessions. Apparently, he was taking them in secret to quell his fears. There were a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck rode 7 years ago. Rumor has it, it threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
Objection!
But that doesn't mean he would go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence!
Fear is the mind killer. The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name, now could he? No. Not after the media had branded him Sol Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away from like some base mutt.
Black Quill the man you are, yep. What? So that's why you think he resorted to the bombing?
Naturally, he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the space center, which would effectively abort the launch, but spared his reputation.
Ah,
No, I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal.
to Mar? Mar? Like Mars? No way, I'm being mentioned. Oh my god, Mars, you're in the game. Thankfully, only the two astronauts were in launch pad one at a time.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was the only two of them?
It was just before the spaceship was set to land. Of course it was only those two.
Ah. Well, there could have been somebody else inside that rocket.
Silence!
Guess waiting Mars bar. My friend said it was cannibalism. Nope. Oh, don't do that, Mars.
The notion of a third party in launch pad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge. 1.
Sorry.
One must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few things. There are precious few with the clearance to do so. Nom nom.
Hey, fingerprint recognition device. It sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo. This is the door in the launch with the fingerprint lock. Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through.
Oh, I see. That is very different from what I had in mind. And is there a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday?
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos.
Of course he's named Yuri Cosmos. Then, doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it?
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28. Doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts.
He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Launch pad door. Yeah, okay.
Hold it!
So, while it will appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
You got it. In fact, that's what I have been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing.
Is there any chance Mr. Terran could have been killed before he boarded the rocket?
They were both alive and well at boarding time, and embarked under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space.
And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed.
If I may continue my explanation, after the vacation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue.
Hold it!
Poor Apollo. God, I feel so bad for him, yeah. And who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were 2 of them. The Space Center Director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candice Arm.
Hey, you! One of them was a detective?
Yep, Detective Arm specializes in bombings, you see. He and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant.
2 witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. I doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me. I think that pretty much covers the details of the case. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. Clever, get your ass in here and comfort your boyfriend, you little man whore. Wow, you are activated today, Mars. If this is the truth, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime. But the little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice don't know. Foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this.
What is it?
Put it.
Oh, no. We have to go lower. Yuri Cosmos, what a beautiful name. Yep. Mars is coming back with a vengeance. Exactly. Footage from a security camera. And then there's like noise error in the background. And Nathan is like, we have to do psychology on the camera. And somehow it works. Lesbian space? Damn, the crystal gems. Yep.
Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerge from the bowels of the Launchpad 1 corridor. The boarding launch security camera captured their desperate escape.
Okay, sir, I'm going to be honest with you. There is no... Target your ass to drink. I'm already drinking. I already drank. Okay. Do we see the knife in this picture? No, of course we don't. Now, do we think? I think that the one who is holding the capsule is Clay, instead of the other way around.
The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape. Now, I would like to direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim. Oh!
What? I see it, it's in there.
Order, I say! Yes, this lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting.
I should have known Blackwell would have something like this ready. Security camera video added to the court record.
Apollo?
No, it's not there. It's not even in the same place as in this. Look, it should be right next to the zipper. And it's not there. It's just not.
How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage?
Ah, I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Terran was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him?
Why, I believe you're right. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Unless I'm tweaking, a Joe Thark showed me the dead hot again. It's the invisible knife. He ate a little bit too much and fell asleep on his friend and took him to his bed and no one died at the end. Ishanth. He's 23 and he's 33. There is a 10-year gap between these two. I don't think... I don't think they were, you know... Yeah.
Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body.
What do you mean?
Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono. You got it. Ready, kid? If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone could have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge after all. But doing it while they were alone in the spaceship? That's a horse of a different color.
Objection!
Can you see it? Yes, Clay is such a good actor, yeah. But you can't deny that there's a possibility that the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based on your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic.
But it sounded perfectly logical to me.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close.
Objections? Well, Athena, Athena.
Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup.
Ah, given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need.
What is it, Athena?
It's just, there's something that's been bothering me.
If it isn't the defense stalling for time, as always. Very well. I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time.
Yes.
You have 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed, and a verdict to be rendered. Your boldness! Raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown.
Oh! Oh!
I'm going to save just in case. Damian! Hello! How you doing? Queen. She's a queen. Athena is the queen. Imagine Apollo having to explain to Clever that his friend died, but he's trying to be poetic, so he says he joined the stars. He's so much loved. Yeah, I don't think Apollo is a poetic man. It would be Clever who says that phrase. Theory. Clay died in the explosion, and the explosion then stabbed him to frame Starbuck so it wouldn't go to jail. It was the explosion, of course.
Oh!
Ready?
We don't have time. Speed it, Athena.
Only 3 more seconds!
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete.
Meaning?
Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it out unexplained.
Something they didn't explain? Something they didn't explain. Ah! You're right. I think I know what you're talking about.
Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you would like to rebut?
What? Rebut. Well, yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. There is something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this court.
Ah, why did you put it that way? What is it that the prosecution has failed to explain?
The motive for murder, why the body was moved. Yeah. Yep. They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. The defendant wanted to kill the victim. Why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge?
Oh, that's true. I don't think we have heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet.
That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong?
Well, let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice.
The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Ack!
Alright. Explain it for our sad friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Spaceboy moved the victim.
Ok, let's see. Let me catch up on chat. ¿La resaca de quién? Ayer no me vi. Ah, sí lo hice, pero poco. Apollo is just trying to fit his new alpha emo boy persona. He's not a poetic boy. Una cerveza y un chupito. O dos. Ahora voy a dejar que comentarás el Xbox Game Showcase. ¿A qué hora es? ¿A qué hora es? Ajá. They've gotta be joking.
It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself.
A las 7 creo. No lo sé. I don't know.
He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera so there would be a record.
Oh my god, Spaceboy. My username was Spacegirl at some time ago. Interesting.
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man.
Oh, one man carrying the other to safety, whatever.
The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds. Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sub-story fit for the silver screen.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
You see, yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up. Yes, And now, we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion.
Objection!
What are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Silence.
¿Comentarás la final del Mundial de Classic Tetris de la NES al menos? Sí, es aparente. Estoy preparadísimo. That's basically a reference to me, Joel, yep. You're in the video game now, Mars. ¿Qué? Tetris es un buen juego, literal. Queso. ¿Comentarás la carrera de Road America de la IndyCar? Nah, yo no sé de carreras.
Indeed, you are correct. But that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in the lounge. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy.
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, or had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated.
Objection!
Zarko le sabe a Tetris como debería. ¡Ah!
Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me.
Soy Team Atari Breakout, porque va de un breakout a un breakdown. Literal. Literal. The cute dino. Yeah. Well, it's more like of an elephant than a dino. Ugh. It's like he's reading my mind.
As it is still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the evidence on hand. However, know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch.
You found what?
I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and Detective Arms stumbled across the murder. So he thought to hide in his pocket. Evil brain that he is.
No! Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Ah! No, that was a longer than usual.
Justice don't know. Open your eyes and see the truth.
Oh, this appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosions.
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
Still can't accept it. You will believe in your client, come what may. Then, why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
This has got to be a trap.
It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game.
Yeah. It seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue.
Why do you say that?
Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
Then, making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Now, let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself. Famed astronaut, Solomon Starbuck.
He likes rubbing it in. Yep.
Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Solomon Starbuck. Astronaut. How did this happen?
Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony?
No. No.
Well, unfortunately, no is not an option. You are being accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder of Clay Terran. Please testify to these allegations.
If I were you, Apollo, I would take advantage of that. Just saying though, yeah. Mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy.
Silence.
It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins. Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life.
Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore.
Wow, that was super negative. Is he going to be alright up there?
He'll be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is. Witness testimony. I didn't kill him. All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. You know, I would have it sandwich style. Blackwell and Simon just saying though. Yeah. Yep. Let me check something real quick. I want to sign in some stuff. Okay. Momento. Give me like one moment. Right.
Ah, so you asserted that you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim?
I mean Blackwell and Clavier. Nice. But I bet you think I'm lying, right?
I reserve all judgment until after I have heard your full testimony.
I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think the judge doubts that.
Who would wear a suit like that except an astronaut?
I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous, though I suppose reality never quite lives up to the fantasy.
I guess I'm just a big disappointment. I really don't care what happens anymore. Oh no, he's completely giving up.
What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the clink, imagine that annoying shagging of yours would rub off on the other inmates.
Like how he dropped off on Prosecutor Blackwell a second ago?
Huh? That was Blackwell sighing?
Oh, Mukate Kurunuka.
Wow, talking about the imposter syndrome. Yep. Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, can't be Gunshine now. Time to find out the truth. Cross-examination. Alright. I mean, if there's like an explosion right in front of the elevator, I doubt that the elevator would like work, you know? So let's try it out.
Objection!
Yep. Me doing my tasks at electrical. Literal. That's literally me. It's just like me for real, for real. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level.
What makes you say that, Mr. Justice?
Please recall where the bomb went off in launchpad number 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Oh, you're right. Which means...
Exactly. The launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words, Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. Oh, what's with the helmet? Ah, Mission Command. Mission Command, do you read me? Come in, please.
Objection!
This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention. Stop this nonsense and answer my question, Mr. Starbuck. Ah, my helmet. Ah, my oxygen tank. Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining. Requesting medical assistance. Yeah. Me fixing communications. Why is he dead? Bro, it was just one objection.
Mr. Starbuck, we're not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck the astronaut.
Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? About how you use the middle level elevator. Middle level elevator. I was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually took a different route, I think. A different route? Dominant Apollo? Yet.
I hope you are able to deliver a straight story this time.
I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably.
Probably.
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court.
Alright. My escape route. Let's see, my escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe. Probably. Bro, you were unconscious the whole time. You are the one who was unconscious, not Clay. With the capsule and Clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. With both hands. So, you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and the middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level. Yeah, without any hands. Luckily, the fire hands reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way. Bro went from haha to leave him alone, he has ADHD. And the capsule you mentioned, I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here? Was the capsule that important that you would risk your life to take it with you? It almost got without saying, but yeah, that capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With his spacesuit on, Clay waited on, but securing the capsule was also important. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony. Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison, but it's more comfortable than a spaceship. No. Me too, Broly. His testosterone therapy was in there. My escape route.
Hold it!
How could you mistake such a basic fact? Hey, everybody makes mistakes, but try thinking about the vastness of space instead. From Earth, it takes 4 light years to travel to our nearest neighboring star. So you see, compared to the vast expanse of space, human error is insignificant. I wish he would consider it just a little more significant than 0.
Enough jabbering. Get on with your testimony.
Ugh. Bro, how are you going to use a ladder? Do I present the space diagram or the bombing report again? I'm going to assume the diagram.
Hold it!
I'm going to hold it first. The upper level of the launchpad area. That's right. That's what I said, isn't it? Granted that the route does exist. So, to recap, you have clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your left hand? Yeah, it's really important. So I couldn't let it get burned up. So even though clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. I did the best I could with him over one shoulder, and the capsule in my other hand. He's not moaning, he's sighing, Mars. I don't think the meaning of what he has said has hit him yet.
You know what you have to do with that statement. Justice, Dono.
Yes, I know. Well, I've come this far. No turning back now. Time to present some evidence.
So, Mr. Starbuck,
Yeah, we don't really care about this. Yeah.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth? The truth? Let's see. The earth is blue. No, that's not right. So, I guess the earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. Oh, the oxygen concentration is super low. This area.
Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks. Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him.
Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Black Quill, sweetie, don't say it like that. Apollo is a dating man, yep. I'm going to pour myself more water. Water. Delicious fresh water. The earth is blue, like the terrain is aoi. Interesting. Water. Huh? Not as long as this was along the escape route. The ladder?
Take that!
To get down from the upper to the middle level where the launchpad 1 corridor is, you will have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course. It was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds. Not pounds. I'm going to look up how much that is in actual units. Pounds to kilogram. Right, so 200 pounds is 90 kilograms. Boof, yeah. It is quite heavy. Right. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Objection!
But the spin center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus, climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm, while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Oh! So, Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth, now! Oh, look at him. Look at him. Engineer! Where's that engineer? Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance. Evacuate immediately. What the? He's flying the cop? Help! I'm caught on the ceiling. Help? Anyone? Dispenser going up.
Liv, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
well, that's one way to take off while being questioned.
I would rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. Can you please take off your suit?
Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground?
Yes, I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that. What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know.
It appears Spaceboy is prone to deception. Witness.
Yikes! Yes?
I thought your story out, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as...
Who said that? Starbuck, sorry, but you can't keep the suit on. Strip naked now. Yeah, exactly. Give me like one moment, chat. I'm going to put my fan on because I'm dying of heat in here. So I will be right back. I can still talk to you from afar, but you know, it's not really recommended that I do so. So, alright. There we go, I'm back. He fell unconscious, jacking off without having breakfast first, and that's why he doesn't want to tell us. Yeah. Alright. Perfect. Isanth stole the joke from you. Isanth, I stole the joke from you. Hope you don't mind. Happened to me times. I have no. Oh no. Let's see.
The result of a medical side effect.
Ah! Prosecutor Blackquill, please. Please don't talk about that.
What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackquill?
Didn't I already state that Spaceboy is, ironically, terrified of going into space? That's why he took some precautions just before the launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
Oh, I sense things are about to nosedive.
Hold it! You got it all wrong. I told them during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear.
It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it? How could that be?
Somebody must have slipped them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember so much about what really happened.
What?
Order! Order in the court.
We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing.
Athena, use your psychology powers. Do something! Ugh. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Maybe I really did do it.
Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body.
It does? So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, justice do know. So, the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Who does such a disrespectable thing? Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself.
So, you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct.
Really?
Oh, thanks.
What is this?
It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. Yet, according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
Grasping at straws. Oof. That is a little bit of a mouthful.
A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, justice don't know. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
I mean, Yeah, it might not leave any outside marks. But consider that dropping a, let's say, 80 kilogram man plus another extra 90 kilograms from the suit alone, that would break a couple of bones at the very least. Did they know check? Did they check for any broken bones? I don't know.
Objection!
Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well? Apollo, you silly goose. Why the heck are you being all? Oh, thank you. Hehe. You already have a boyfriend. I know that Blackwill is hot as fuck, but don't fall for his big hug and his cheat compliments. Yeah, those are only for nameless.
It should, and yet, through sheer coincidence. The knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's.
Quieta la mierda. Go, don't give me that.
Oh yeah, he can fall from like 50 meters with a spacesuit and not break any bones, but oh, in this area in particular, there is a weak spot. Ooh. A weak spot in the suit structure and found its way to its target.
What are the chances? Yeah, none.
You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suits work.
Got me there.
And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There is no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Terran.
Gah!
Here, the report regarding the astronaut's oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
Jack! Oxygen tank data added to the court record. The victim's tank was ruptured with 0% left. The defendant's had 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder.
Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
Yeah. Yeah, and what is that on the shoulder? 50%. The one who was carrying the other one is Clay. The one who is carrying the other is Clay. Clay is the one doing the carrying. Here, he's still alive.
Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
Yeah. Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. I guess that means these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen in the tank. I'm done for. I'm going to prison instead of space!
Shut up. Space boy.
Yes?
Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars.
You mean the stars are seen from prison?
That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time.
That's not a half bad thought. Mr. Starbuck? Mr. Chris Blackwell got to him good. Spaceship prison cell. Blimey, my guilt and me despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then, let's get stuck into a black hole together.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope. No. Yes, Apollo. You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you're an incredible man. He said you would never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. He said that. So don't give up now, and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you, Clay Terran. For Clay.
You're wasting your breath.
Rah! Ah! Gah! Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Pose. Pose for the camera. Mr. Starbuck. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Right. We'll both be fine.
Hickey, etc. I'll prove you're innocent. I will prove you're innocent. You'll see. After that, we'll get you back into space. Yeah! You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul. I'm on fire! I am Solomon Starbuck astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. It's no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down.
Boulder Dash.
Sun, the moon, all of space is calling me, Solomon Sol Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guilty! Lift off!
Sir. Was that a motherfucking The Fall Guy reference? No, I don't think so. Go watch it, it's big. This game came out way before the movie.
Well, I feel like I have witnessed an actual rocket launch.
Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
I can take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
You fucking idiot, you still have no evidence. If you simpletons are done massaging your one another's egos. No matter how positive your mood is, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your boldness?
Gah. Handle up now. Have to stop Blackwell. Have to see this through. The Starbuck just has to make it back into space. No! I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think! The only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck. And if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now let's see. All this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad number 1. He looked like a fish, no. But if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here.
Enough of this farce, your boldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. But about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now. It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terrance had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Of course.
Then, I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Dono.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you will see what I mean.
I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory.
Yes, Your Honor. Right away. This is the evidence that the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction to.
Take that!
And how does this evidence present a contradiction?
The problem is this part here.
Take that!
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Terran.
Ah, it appears to say 50.
Yes, but according to the data, our Crane's tank had 80% remaining.
The oxygen in the tank increased.
I say Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence!
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase. But what does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection!
Heh. I meant to bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, bro, open your eyes. Wait, no, open your eye, exactly. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase, just that your rations don't increase. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence!
In that case, Do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You better not disappoint, or I will declare the inconsistency as mere equipment malfunction.
Ack. Ah, Prosecutor Blackquill has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Smack Polly, I missed you, Smack Polly. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So, do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased? Of course I can. Think to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it. He claims to have carried clay. So, this man with the 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display on his oxygen tank should have shown as an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So, what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased. Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here? Olvi, hola Mark. Estamos... Se ha vuelto seria la cosa. Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting. Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased. They were going the other way. The victim was carrying the defendant. Yep. What if it was the other way around? The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boarding lounge. Hey, it was what? Dun dun dun. Order! Order, Mr. Justice! You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran? It's the only way the riddle of the increase in oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%. And when the victim was found in the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
Objection!
Ooh, shaky objection. Prosecutor Blackquill, you can hurt me with a broken blade.
Excuse me.
It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proven that Mr. Terran was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims, and opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. Ah! There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candice Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people on the scene. Mucho, mister, mucho. Yep. Score. Come to think of it, Detective Arm should be here in court right now. Billy, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand? Hold it. Oh, it's you again. What voice did I give this guy?
I have an announcement, everyone.
It's not that voice. But I don't remember anymore. What is the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here.
Please remain calm. Listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode.
Explode! Bro, we don't like the talent here. A bomb? Now?
Everybody run!
Eek! I don't want to die. Oh no! Everybody's panicking.
silence.
Thank you, Blackwill. And let's sing it with a death wish. The lot of you. Calm yourselves before all else.
Come on, Apollo. Let's get out of here.
What about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish? I don't care what happens to me. And don't let some bomb blow the truth up forever. I. No. I refuse to let things end here.
Apollo, this is not the time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're going to die. Come on, this way.
Hey, ouch! Let me go!
Apollo.
Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet?
Eek.
Juniper! Are you alright?
Apollo, no. Not that way.
¡Ah! No, Apolo. Let's skedaddle. Esto es con el caso al principio, sí. No, Apollo, don't get yourself worked up for a man who is dead. No. To be continued. Well, that just happened. Man. No, Apollo, don't get yourself... Yeah, Polly, no.
In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off.
Pam pam para pam para pa pam param pam.
Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
Why? I mean, okay, I get it why it was at the beginning of the game. But why would he want to bomb this trial in particular? Like, he had no connection to anything in the trial, basically. Anyway.
Luckily, I managed to save her. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Mrs. Wood's name. And Apollo fucking died. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate.
Poor Apollo can't catch a fucking break. Poor guy. The detective was here in this case. Yeah. December 19th, 3:21 PM. Write anything agency. Trucy? No, Trucy no. Apollo's jacket is actually Clay's jacket, by the way. Yeah. See, yeah. Like, you can see the jacket here a little bit. It's the same one, yeah.
Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him.
Yeah, poor guy.
Being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all this, on top of all his other injuries. Yep, there it is. Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickfield clinic. No, not Hickfield again!
I've had some experience with that place myself.
What an awful turn of events. I never thought he would land in a hospital of all places. Trucy! Your brother is dying! Mark, Jingle Jangle! Mark, baby!
You must miss him too, huh?
Now that you don't have anybody to tease.
Don't worry, he's young. He will heal quickly and be back before you know it.
She's sad. No! Her family is leaving her again. No! Boo, get my boy out of here before he gets more... What? Ah, yeah, because Hickfield. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. She doesn't even speak! No! Anyways. No, she's sad.
We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating.
Alright, enough of these people. This is no time to be moving around. Now try the size, both of you.
You're the only one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over.
Take over what exactly?
Apollo's Space Center case, of course. As no verdict has been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy?
Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Terminé. Hello. Hola, Nameless. Pasa chisme, que me perdí. Nada, el juicio se ha suspendido por la bomba. ¿Te acuerdas la bomba del primer juicio? Pues hemos revivido ese juicio, básicamente. Y ahora estamos de vuelta en el presente, por fin. It only took us like 2.5 cases, but we're finally in the present. Also, Apollo is in the hospital. Apollo está en el hospital. Mark, voy a matar a alguien. Y sorprendentemente esta vez no va a ser un hombre. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
Wait, right now? We'd better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? No! Let Trucy go with Athena. God damn it. El TFG, no puedo más. Ah, sí. Ánimo, Nameless. Paz y amor, Nameless, paz y amor.
Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic bandit for you.
Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. No, Trucy, don't leave. No. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Trucy already does that.
Oh, she's back. Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag.
Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that, too.
Alright, you two. Let's be careful out there.
Goodbye, my sweet sunshine. I'll miss you. December 19th. Tension Center, Visitor's Room. Cookies, Ruby reference, literally. Literal. Paz y amor ya no es una opción, a mí no me la dieron. No. Qué linda Trucy cuando no dice la P-word, literal. P-word momento. Ay, anyways. So, our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous even I have heard of him.
That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Wow, that was the longest I have ever heard.
Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix, right? Apollo's mentor, right?
Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. You're not a mentor, Phoenix, you're a goddamn menace.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
Ah, and you are the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean... Other than at your trial? I don't think so.
I guess so. My mistake.
Do you know Athena?
My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life.
Same, literal. Liar, Apollo's mentor is Christoph Gavin. Mars? No. Someone bonk Mars. Está bueno, siempre se puede prender fuego a algo. Exacto. Sí, y ya tenemos el objetivo, Mark. Prepara las bombas. Cuenta con mis cócteles Molotov, Nameless. Apollo, why have you randomly forgot about Christoph like that? Because he doesn't matter anymore. Mars, I'm sorry. Vamos a replicar el caso.
I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft.
Yikes, he's seriously got to stop depressing himself.
Yeah, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere. It just means we would shine like a shooting star, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we're all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars.
Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Meteoroids burning, falling, disappearing, and then...
Oh yeah! Here we go! 3, 2, 1. To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want.
My throat. Is that really all it takes? The case. So, you have no memory at all of the incident?
I'm sure ashamed. My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange you don't remember anything. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial?
Yeah.
It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know?
Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? That must have been a terrifying experience.
But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch.
Chat, I just realized that his hair looks like a rocket. Hat, sí, el cohete se llamaba Hat. Apollo, don't forget your roots. Your mentor is Christoph Gavin, my wife, not Phoenix. Phoenix is just your boss or dad. Just now? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mars. I'm sorry.
I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That is more certain than the theory of relativity.
And actually quite true. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know.
But the tranquilizer were found in your system.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, but I don't know why. I'm done for.
If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you?
Exactly! That's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. I've been framed.
I'll say. They even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all? No matter how small. Like about the murder weapon, for example.
That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits.
Utility kits?
Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is.
So the culprit is an engineer. Of course. All engineers are criminals. Because they don't respect physics. Lo peor es que alguien le había dicho. He's a bit dense. No, I was just trying to follow the story. Thank you, chat. I'm sorry. I'm also catching up on chat right now. Lol. The moment I laid my eyes on this game, I said, rocket ass looking hair. Tark, you're dumb as fuck. Someone changed the Hamter in Tark's brain. It's stupid. No, the Hamter stays. her name is Hibiki. Yeah, don't touch Hibiki. She's doing fine. Just fine. His Hamter is stupid winning a new one. I mean, Team Fortress 2 engineer is probably a war criminal. I should check, yeah. The Hat 1 miracle. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right?
That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft.
You did? What kinds of problems?
Tower failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a gunner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer.
No wonder they doubted the Hat 1 miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things.
Sir. No, he has been cut off in half. No. We can get you a new hamster named Hibiki. No! Only one Hibiki! No more! But maybe a less dense one. Do not touch Hibiki. Oh god, he's been cut in half. The darkness just goes on and on forever, and ever, and ever. Without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to. The sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Outer Wilds, chat. Here we go. Oh my god, cut in half? Close enough. Welcome back, Goyo Satoru.
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless. A square root of 2 times g times the mass of the Earth divided by the radius of the Earth. That is the escape velocity of a planet.
But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. I still am. But space is a man's final frontier. An unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, and keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. The victim. The victim, later on. He was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now...
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Yeah. It's funny, really. Whenever I would hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine. Pero ¿por qué esto es Hibiki? Why is it Hibiki? What is going on? One second. One second. Un segundo. Chat, I think the Symphogear animators really like this part of Dual Destinies. Hamster, yes. Mark, creo que los animadores de Symphogear les encantó esta parte de Dual Destinies, porque Dual Destinies salió en 2013. Que leches es una Hibiki. Mírate Symphogear.
You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time too. And I always feel encouraged too, whenever I hear him shout it.
No, pues nada, tú te lo pierdes. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hang around the Space Center so much, they were like a part of the staff. One time during Trilogy training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? Apollo Justice is doing fine. I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. No, Capcom, I hate you, why do you do this, why?
Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine.
But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist.
From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the Dark Knight's can't have passed through barred windows.
You're fine. Solomon Sol Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be alright.
No, Capcom, I hate you. Why did you do this? Why? What do you mean, Mars?
Huh?
And the Kiss is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright. You too.
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you.
Phoenix Wright is fine.
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believes in you wholeheartedly, and that is good enough for me. Why did Clay have to die? Why Clay of all Pookies? Poor Apollo. I believe in you too. Believe in the soul that believes in you.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I'm about to make it back into space. Only need first, it's a not guilty verdict.
It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto.
Good idea. Let's go. Let's go to the entrance. December 19th. Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future.
Yeah, did you know they even let the public see the rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entrance.
Gyaxa.
I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going.
Gyaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program?
Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
If that were it, then the whole thing would sound something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I would have abbreviated to GAXA, or even Gaia.
I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y.
This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu.
Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic Scooter Full what? Zark Road tengo chisme. Uy. It stands for Giat. Hope this helps. Jaja, el marciano. ¿Qué marciano? Oh. Oh. What in Mecha's name is this? This is a reference. Marciano, like me, I'm an alien. Oh god. El recorte de cartón.
Yikes! Who is this geezer and what does he want?
Look upon me, and look well. Behold, the great power of space science.
Sir, you look like you're going to conquer a whole planet. Okay, I need to like... He looks like an anime character. I just don't... He's a reference to someone, okay? He had who's that hot is Mars? Mars. That's Cosmos, alright. Ah, I see. Este parece ser el líder viejo de tipo dragón de la quinta. Sí, pero se parece también a otro personaje de mechas. He looks like a mecha, a character from an old, very legendary mecha that I just don't remember the name of right now.
Look upon me, and look well. Behold the great power of space science.
Pardon me, but you are?
My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos.
He's a mecha reference.
Boss, that was a pretty groan-inducing.
If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means...
So, you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
Yeah, the first to attend the victim, the two, yeah.
That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police?
You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We are Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We are here to investigate his case.
Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you're appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Oh, look at that pose. Don't let him hear you say that, or you will see what trouble really is. How old is he? Nameless siempre tiene chisme, literal. No sale. His age is not on the thing. He's 28. Simon is 28 only. Let's just be professional and ask him out when he found the body, okay? ¿Saldrá ahora? Ay, 62 years old. The director of the Space Center and one of the first people to discover the body. Nice. Yuri Cosmos. So, as the director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel, to your break stations, prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. Just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner.
That's exactly right. Because I am an important man, my manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm.
Mr. Right, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space.
What is that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well. I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead. Have at it.
¿Cómo que siempre tengo chisme? Viejo sabroso. Old man. Age like wine slurp. Todos los streamers a veces diciendo tengo chisme. Más stop. Que sí, pero si mi vida no es tan interesante. Nah, sí que lo es. Sí que lo es. Mi vida es aburrida. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. About the bombing. Can you tell us what you know about the incident from the other day?
I refuse.
What?
Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
¿Pero qué dices? Literal. Mi vida es interesante porque estáis en ella, todos vosotros. My life is interesting because I get the privilege of having all of you around me. Thank you. Thank you for being here. This old man is not my pretty wife, I miss my wife. Poco será que tengo 50.000. Uy. Ups.
Wait. What? So, does that mean you will be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure he really understands what being a witness is all about. Also, the Earth isn't the center of space. Space, the universe itself, has no center.
Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about.
Nah, hoy sí que te hago ¿qué? ¿Cómo? Bye bye. Frases célebres. ¿Cómo? Wow. Bonk. Hold on a second. Pim, pam. Trucu. Trucu. Hala, apuntado. Atrapado. En 4K. Bug nameless, thank you. Que no es así, ¿qué ha pasado? ¡Hola, Knight! Mira, Knight, mira frases célebres. Por el juego, por el comando. Yo no hablo más, o sea. Tark, tú no puedes decirme nada. Yo no he hecho nada. Yo soy inocente. Knight me está atacando, ayúdame. Bunkea. Ay, por cierto, bueno, Knight, te cuento rápidamente. Hemos vivido... ¿Te acuerdas que en el primer caso había una bomba que interrumpía un juicio en concreto? Vale, pues ese juicio iba sobre unos astronautas. Y la víctima es este chaval de aquí, llamado Clay Terran, ¿vale? Que era el mejor amigo de Apolo de la infancia. Esto es una cosa de... Sí. El que me dice, hoy soy todo tuyo, haz lo que quieres conmigo como si nada. Mentira. ¿Dónde está apuntado eso? ¿Dónde está apuntado eso? Mentira. Estás negando, estás poniendo palabras en mi boca que no están ahí. If I am going down, I'm taking everybody with me. Pero sí, el mejor amigo de Apolo, que es Sora de Kingdom Hearts, con el pelo negro, está muerto. Y le han acusado a su maestro, a su compañero astronauta de matarle. A ver si se gusta. Pero bueno, Knight. ¡Knight! La próxima que te grabo, maldito hombre mentiroso embustero. A mí no me van a ver la cara de tonto. Dios mío. ¿Knight? Bueno, ya estamos todos. Dejaos de jugando en chat. Oh, Dios mío, ¿qué está pasando? What is going on? Oh, I'm crying. Estoy llorando. I'm crying. Oh. Míralo, Mark de fondo riéndose de nuestras desgracias.
Looks like Director Cosmos. Director? Yeah, Director Cosmos. Is it totally talks about what he wants to talk about?
Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Madre mía, es como el pico de una mesa. Perdona, la mesa es named. About Hat One. The Hat One was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? ¿Yo de qué? Hombre, como siempre dices que quieres ser mesa o pared, ¿sabes? Mark, nunca confíes en un hombre. Aprende mis errores. And despite the numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home. I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat One project. Este es un personaje de anime, de uno de esos animes de naves espaciales viejos. Es una referencia súper obvia. Pero no me acuerdo del nombre ahora mismo. Seguro que Sean se la sabe. Oh, thank you very much. Su nombre es Yuri Cosmos. Es increíble el nombre. En los hombres no se puede confiar. ¡No! ¡Y Sans no! Las únicas personas de las que te puedes fiar son las not binaries. Dios mío, por un barra J al final, por Dios.
At once, Noble Vision was to collect samples from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat One reached its planned orbit, from where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt.
Chat, do you know how fucking hard it is to land on an asteroid? It is fucking hard. I don't even know how else to put it. It's literally one of the hardest things to do or to land on on space. Like only recently we were able to land on an asteroid, and it was only for like a couple of minutes, and it was an unmanned journey. It was there was like no one aboard. It had to be done that way because it was way too risky. Sí, exacto. Pero Zarco, que el de las burradas de ese estilo es Damián, no yo, ya. Yo soy de los centrados. Este chat está en un estado peligroso. Cuando ocurre Ace Attorney siempre estamos en estado peligroso, me encanta. Bueno, ahora mismo no tienes mucho que respalde esta afirmación. Mark, únete al abismo de la cancelación con nosotros. Esquilicio. Bueno. Oh, espera, Esquilicio lo de aterrizar. Me cago en todo.
From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hard One returned safely to Earth.
That struggle was when the incident known as the Hard One miracle occurred, right?
Yep.
Correct. And it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid, and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
Ah, okay. I get it. So, what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder.
Wait, it was 7 years up in space?
Regrettably, we have had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this punts our space development program ahead of the other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive. Nameless, ¿es esto estrategia para que caigamos todos? Ya lo dijiste. Es distinto, Zark empezó a difamarme. Perdona. Perdona, ¿tu frase? ¿Dónde está? Exacto, grabada en frases célebres. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development.
Cállate. ¡Oh! ¡Lo que me ha dicho! Nada, me callo. Adiós, gente. Goodbye, chat. I'm leaving. Nameless told me to leave. Bye. Adiós. Ahora es mi stream. Sí, hombre. Nameless necesitamos pruebas de lo contrario. Las tendré. Ajá, sí, sí. Sí, sí, ya, seguro.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing in Moonrock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space and of its glorious potential.
Hey, Moonrock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the Moonrock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission. The man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moonrocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like winning a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind. And all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight. But I won't hear it.
I guess even the space program has to watch its budget. Pásense en el Discord y lo condenamos. Sí, pues ahora venía diciéndome eso. Mentira, mentira. Es más, sí que tengo pruebas de diciéndome eso y todo tuyo. Estaba repitiendo el meme de tu frase. Perdona. Perdona. Estaba repitiendo tu frase. Como meme. Perdona. El streamer caerá. The streamer will fall. Dios mío. What is going on? Ay. ¿Veis cómo ahora tiene una excusa distinta? No. No, you asked me for something and I clarified. It's not that hard, really. El streamer caerá. Literal. Nana Cubo. ¿Cómo que Nana Cubo? ¿Qué está pasando? Bueno, luego lo leo. Nunca te fíes de un streamer para el youtuber. Hola, Sater. Claro, Sater es el youtuber y yo soy el streamer. Jeje. Antes no sabía de lo que hablaba, y ahora está de broma. Se te hace cada mentira. Hay otra mentira. Sí, y yo soy Apollo Justice y voy a revelar las mentiras que están ocurriendo sobre mí. I guess when a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena.
Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up, for the case.
Is that so? Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage. Pew. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too.
You bet. Let's make it so.
Nice. Okay. Boarding lunch. Let's see. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, boarding lunch. So, this is where Mr. Terran was murdered.
Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from launch pad number 1 after the explosion.
You there! No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. They have come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So, Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in launchpad number 1 corridor. I'll get cleared from him and then we'll talk.
¿Dónde quieren las pruebas? No hay pruebas. There is no proof. Nameless, there is no proof. Sí que hay, mentira. Mentira. Mentira, muéstramelas a mí. Muéstrame a mí las pruebas. Discordia. Por frases célebres. Ay, Dios mío. Limpiaré mi nombre. Ay, nameless. Aún eres un poco verde en esto de Ace Attorney. Claramente está haciendo referencia al meme de ahora te haré tuyo, te haré mío. Está haciendo referencia a eso. Claramente. ¿Dónde están las frases célebres? Espérate, te lo paso por Discord. Dios mío, ¿lo va a seducir? No. Te lo paso por Discord. Tú. No, espera. Lo voy a pasar por memes. De mi Discord, de mi canal de Discord. Ahí está. Para pasar que es paseado de café. Pero bueno. Hala, ya lo has visto, perfecto, suficiente. Anyways, bueno. Pero sé qué server es, de un server en el que estamos la gente esta. Y el haz conmigo lo que quieras. Es que eso no ha sonado. Eso no está en ningún lado. Eso es mentira, me estás calumniando. Calumnias. I am being set up.
Leave it to me. I'm good at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What tricks should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, to get to the launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think.
Wait, that door. It looks like awfully familiar.
Good day there, boss. This is the door Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launchpad.
Zark, estoy viendo desde aquí un vídeo de hora y media de cosas en X y Discord de Zark que me hizo cosas malas en esa captura. No. No, deja de hacerte rogar a Zark, broma. Pero, ¿cómo está Knight? ¿Cómo está Knight? Dios mío. Moving on. Ah, that explains it.
The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through.
No, Nate, que no es malo, no es malo, no te preocupes, no te decimos nada. Pero Nate, ¿qué cojones? Por Dios, necesitas a Cristo o una figura paterna, no sé, ya. Literal.
Now, come on, let's go.
Sure, why not? Lo segundo, definitivamente. Alguien que os quiera. Bueno, el tercero también.
December 19th. Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor.
So, this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape.
This is the only one. This is the only thing connecting launch pad number 1 with the main building.
I see police tape down at the other end. I guess we won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
Yo tengo un papá, pero soy atea, sorry. Lo segundo es más fácil que lo primero. Irónicamente, no, con creer en Dios. Ajá, sí, sí. And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
Oh? Oh, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing.
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts so reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he will fall for it.
Pero entonces yo creo que tener una figura paterna ya la tengo. Digo, a ver, Mark, eso no funciona así. Mark, no. Mentiroso, mentiroso, ya no me creo nada. A mí no me engañas ninguno. Anyways. Proof. Eso no es legalmente vinculante, literal, no lo es. Gracias, Susan. ¿Te imaginas?
Got it?
Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? Alright. I will gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in the generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
That was surprisingly easy. Thumbs up. Gracias, Susan. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there. Oh, I will let them know over there then to let you in.
¿Y Sansa traidor?
Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
No, that's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Do you even know him, boss?
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kinda gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What happened exactly? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, you know us. To save and protect.
Sushi vaca.
The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Will you tell us more about what happened? No, Isaac, es que cuando no le sigues el... Traidor, ¿por qué? Por apoyarme, claramente.
Of course, the bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. But after that, the one over in launchpad number 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter.
The shelter.
That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So, where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. the elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the second floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way.
Then, wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No! We lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable. But at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal! But climbing down an emergency ladder kinda sounds fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful.
Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay?
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash too.
Well, never mind that. Haha! I thought you should know that there was a witness.
The witness. Can you tell us more about this witness? The phrase Athena, yep. Yep. That phrase, ooh. Can you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
No, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside?
That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be here, somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her.
A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Gee, you should have been cooperative today, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well... Actually,
Something you can talk about?
yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now.
What was that all about?
Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time I see him.
Okay. I'm not so sure he will talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's get back to the boarding lounge. Tururututtu. Turururururururu. Yeah.
Oh, you too. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you would like.
Oh, that's alright. But thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? So, this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room... it's just so big.
Don't worry. We can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet? For tourists.
Yup. Pick it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yup, here it is. A map of the lounge.
Damn, okay. Clipeen eso, ok, no, literal. Yo creo que ya es muy tarde para clipearlo, pero bueno.
This is the door that we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Space Center's pamphlet added to the core record. Nice.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. What is that strange creature moving around outside the window?
Oh, boss. It's just the holographic image.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Phew, that's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway.
The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? Athena ADHD Queen.
And what is wrong with that? Let's look for the button while we're looking for clues.
Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Let's see. Oh. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? No, Phoenix, she's going to infodump on every single aspect of space travel that she learned in a 4-hour video essay on YouTube last night. I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she will just outmuscle me.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there.
Also, she's gonna force you to try it. Si soy literal. Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank.
I think you're right. But if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge.
So, Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Blade on the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
And the police missed this in the investigation, okay. So, Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't at the launch pad.
Gee, way to go, Apollo.
Alright. Let's see. So, this is where they discovered Clay.
Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo.
So, he was stretched out like this, and... Huh? What is that thing that looks like a thermos? ¿Qué puedes esperar de la policía? Literal. Es gracioso porque ha habido momentos en los que los desarrolladores y los escritores han colaborado con la policía para ciertos aspectos de estos juegos, y la policía les dice siempre: no somos tan tontos. Y es como, jajaja, mentira.
That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples.
Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that they had one launch.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they will let us see?
Let's think about that after we have solved the case, okay? That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle Trilogy? Right. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature.
Can the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like.
I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that.
It did make quite a bit of news though, when the probe came back.
Yeah. But the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. You know way too much about this, Phoenix. Oh, cryopod. So, it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says boarding lounge number 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them lefty, righty, and downy.
People usually say west, east, and south in case like this, you know.
Details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to launchpad number 1. You know, because it says here on the map, launchpad 1 corridor.
So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. That is the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has yet another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So, it's the...
Oui.
So, it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they have been here a while?
But it seems they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hatchu mission. So this control room was empty at the time.
I've always wanted to see what the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here...
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep heroes kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they are looking to keep out, Athena.
No, apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator, in case of emergencies.
Maybe there was like someone inside and then he came out some way or somehow and killed Clay that way. Okay, what about that last door?
This lower door... Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door? It leads to the elevators.
This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right?
Yep. And of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device. So it's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to explosion.
Well, that's about it. For the 3 Musketeers and the boarding lounge.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the gates. That's why I thought that we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors will go. I see. A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches out on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but I like something to make it truly captivating. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape.
Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with a... love and peace!
If you're done now, shall we move on?
Yeah, okay. But just one more for the road. Peace!
Very mature. Te quiero mucho, Athena, no cambies nunca. Right. Oh!
Hey! I see something shiny down there.
Let's take this cover off then. One bullet.
What is this? It looks like a metal jelly bean.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. It's a golden bullet. Let's see, that would make the caliber... 10?
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right?
Yes, but I've never heard of a 10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be a special kind of gun.
I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah, it must have been a real small gun.
I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left of the south door side of the room, according to this map.
Holy smokes, that is a small, yep.
That is pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here.
Yeah, lead to the Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. Bullet added to the call record. Alright, and nothing else. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I wanna try it. Maybe this week on the moon, so maybe they could do some mid-air somersaults.
We are still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, don't jump too high.
Then what good is this thing?
Didn't they say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? What is this? A trapdoor?
It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here.
Oh! That's how the killer got in! through the vent. The killer vented. Chat. Among Us. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. Among Us. Sean, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo andamos? Todo nos lleva a Among Us, literal. ¿Cómo andamos, Sean? Gola. Sean, te has perdido como casi me funan. Yo solo quería descansar y empezaron a atacarme. Lo siento, Nameless. No, lo siento, lo siento. Hay que cuidar las palabras que se usan en la regla número 1. Carmen instantáneo. ¿Has pasado del té al café? ¿Esta vaina es seria? Descansando un poco. Ahora mientras hay clown fiesta de Xbox. Sí, lo voy a retransmitir en directo, yo creo. Tipo, I think I'm going to once it's like 5 to 7 p.m. I will probably close the game and transmit the Xbox Direct. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies.
No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the launchpad number 1 corridor? You can go say hi to it if you want.
He vented. The sassy baka. Alright. And I think that's basically it. So, this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Sean, ¿tú has terminado ya exámenes o aún estás aún te quedan un par de exámenes? Para terminar.
Why guess when you can try. Now, to lay my hand up with the outline.
Don't, Athena. This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you will be named a suspect.
Ah, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me?
I'm not buying those tears, Missy. En poco la conferencia, yes.
I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stuff would require knob security like this? ¿Cuál toca ahora? Xbox. Es decir, ponerse las pelucas de payaso.
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off.
Right. If it was for a stove, still I wonder what it's really for. Pelucas de payaso. ¿Os acordáis cuando el año pasado en Xbox dijeron, nah, gente, para 2023 sale segurísimo el juego? Y mintieron descaradamente.
Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about the rocket engine?
You had to start the engine here. The rocket would take off before you could get in.
And I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
Probably an emergency way to open the door. Yo me acuerdo de eso. Yo lo oí y dije, me están mintiendo los de Xbox. Y la gente me llamó loco. Yo tuve amigos que me dijeron, no, confía en Xbox. Y yo, no me fío. ¿Y qué pasó? Que tenía razón. Todo lo de que sale aquí saldrá en el primer semestre del año, literal. Me mintieron más de lo que yo me miento sobre mi salud mental. Night, no. Night, te queremos. No hagas eso, no digas eso. Bill Spencer los mintió como putos. Valiente mentiroso, literal.
Let's see, this door is... Where is that pamphlet?
Yeah, Launchpad number 1 corridor. Yep. Yeah. This thing beside the door, the fingerprint recognition device. Sí, we already know all of this. Yep. The notes, yeah. Más pasto de... Ok. Estoy bien aquí, tranqui, gente, ok. Then, does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small.
Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it.
Wow, way to think ahead. Now, let's dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we find.
You got it. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there, and... Poof!
Oh, no te dejan hacerlo. They don't even let you do it. Like in Apollo Justice, damn. Someone call Emma Sky to this game.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. No, it's only a single set of prints.
Huh. Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right. And there's the security footage of this door too.
Yes, here it is. He came up in court the other day.
I wish we could see the part of the footage that just after this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he will probably show it to us right away.
Yeah, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Right. Nothing else? Okay. Aha.
Oh, a mirror! How thoughtful of them to put one here.
Thoughtful.
So the ladies can fix their makeup.
No.
One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know? You never know when you're going to run into some other life form, after all.
Por un segundo he pensado que era un emulador de la Wii. ¿El qué? ¿El qué era un emulador de la Wii? I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Por el guante. ¿Cómo? Estoy muy perdido. Ah, mira el botón. La verdad que se movía era full mando de la Wii. Ah, vale, entiendo. Espera, Acina, ¿estás diciendo que quieres ligarte a un extraterrestre? Sí. Acina, reina del ADHD y ahora Monsterfucker. Acina, ADHD Queen and Certified Monsterfucker. Based. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here.
Yes, proceed. That's the invariable principle of buttons.
There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Click.
Hey! The giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah. Though that side of the world seems kind of barren without it now. Still, let's see if we can find anything new with the image off. I mean... Aha! So this wasn't a cobweb, it was an actual crack. Or not? It's more like paint.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
It looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun.
You think so? Based on my experience, I would say this was fired from a regular pistol.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right?
Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around somewhere?
No. The police might have taken it, though.
Bullet hole added to the court record. Yep. Ahora vuelvo. Okay, night. ¡Roboto! Welcome to the Space Center, guest. Welcome. Yikes! What in the world? My name is Punko. P-O-N-C-O. Punko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. It's a robot? I am not a robot. I am Punko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Punko. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, Punko, I've missed you.
Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena?
Oh, she showed us around the last time weekend when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Punko. Such a good girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy. 2001 Odisea en el espacio nos avisó de que esto era mala idea, literal. Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Ouch. That hurt.
Oh, she has to register people when she meets for the first time. Please register him, Punko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix.
A bit overfamiliar, but I'll allow it. A bit overfamiliar, but I will allow it.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face.
Oh, sure.
Registering. Special registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
This robot is pretty cute.
Give me the friend, boss. Isn't it great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss.
Go where? December 19th. Cosmos Space Center, Space Museum. Damn. ¡Ay, Sean! ¿Tú te acuerdas de esa peli del espacio mecha que viste hace unos meses y me la recomendaste? Mira a este hombre. Mira a este hombre. No es el comandante de ese anime. O sea, es una referencia. ¿No? Es el comandante. Gracias. El comandante. ¿Cómo se llamaba el anime? ¿Cómo se llamaba? Que no me acuerdo ahora mismo. Spaceship Battle... No. Yamato, sí. Spaceship Battle Yamato, yep. Battle Spaceship Yamato. That was the one, yep. Es una referencia al comandante. Pues es el director del centro espacial. Oh, wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real?
Welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 AM to 7 PM. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat One project. The rocket is just a replica, by the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map.
Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from the launch pad number 1. Space Center pamphlet updated in the core record.
Ask me anything, I will explain.
Es que es literalmente él, ¿eh? O sea, Dios mío. Ah, mira, esta es la víctima de este caso. ¿No te recuerda a Sora? Pero con el pelo negro. Es Sora Kingdom Hearts, ¿verdad? Es que es un peinado muy de protagonista de mecha de los 80 también. Es por los pelos, sí, literal. Y la cara. Y la cara de niño bueno. A mí me recuerda a Ash. Un poco también, pero eso es más por la gorra, yo creo. Este tiene el pelo que es un cohete. Es amazing. Increíble. Lo voy a dejar por aquí. I think I'm going to close stream for today. Here. Well, not close the stream, sorry. I'm going to end the game for today. Y vamos a ver lo de Xbox. ¿Qué voy a decir? ¿Cuánto dura lo de Xbox? ¿Dura una hora más o menos? ¿O una hora y media? No, cara y tal. Ya veo. GG, literal. Piripi, piri, 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 piri. Ay, a ver. Dios mío, pero ¿cuánto habla esta gente? ¿Alguien tiene un link de lo de Xbox? I'm going to look around, see if we can find the thing. Xbox Direct 2024. A ver. Streaming ahora. Let's see. Vale, está cargando un momento. Ahí. Perfecto. Alright. No chat. Thank you. Vale. Un segundo. ¿Alguien sabe cuánto va a durar el evento? How long is Xbox event? going on? Ni idea. No lo pone. It's not here. Well, anyways. Voy a dejar de grabar. I'm going to stop recording. Thank you for watching this episode, everyone. And I will see you on the next one. Bye!